called Toilet, एक प्रेम कथा, which is going to gross 150-200 crores worldwide. ट्रेंड हमेशा ना पब्लिक आपके लिए क्रिएट करके आपको दे देती है कि यू आर अ ट्रेंड सेटर. हे बेबी हैड गॉट हे बेबी कुछ कम नेगेटिव रिव्यूज नहीं आए थे. अभी लोगों ने दाढ़ी रखी है, अभी गर्ल्स मिनी स्कर्ट यहाँ तक पहनने वाले हैं, अभी टैटूज का जमाना, एवरीबडी इज डूइंग दैट. Do you think someone like a Lata Mangeshkar ji or a Sachin Tendulkar or a Mohammad Rafi saab or a Michael Jackson or an Amitabh Bachchan, did they follow trends? यार 3D पिक्चरें चल रही है, चलो 3D में बनाते हैं. Hi guys, मैं हूँ साजिद खान और आप मुझे देख रहे हैं exclusively only on Bollywood Hungama. I log on to Bollywood Hungama every day. Do you?
When you look at Akshay Kumar, the fact that he's doing these films which are entertaining at the same time, he's picking up causes,
yes,
one after another,
yes,
and that is in a way connecting him in a big
and
way
causes
well,
which perhaps other mainstream actors may not touch. I mean,
they won't even touch it.
If somebody said, maybe say 2 years ago, that there will be a movie called Toilet, एक प्रेम कथा, which is going to gross 150-200 crores worldwide, people would have laughed. You know, how do you make a film called Toilet, एक प्रेम कथा? And it's a genuine film about the toilet sanitary problems which people are having all over the country, which is a genuine problem. But the film has been appreciated, the film has been liked, and the film is probably, after Bahubali, the biggest hit of the year so far.
Right. You've also written in the column that I quoted about the entire trend factor, that everyone keeps on following the trends.
Yes.
And it's the 10% who just show the way, who just create their own thing and create their own path that others follow.
Yes.
Are the ones who really matter. Would you like to elaborate on what exactly you mean?
Yeah, Faridun, I feel that just because everybody...
Why it's important to be yourself?
Because how will you know? Anybody who tries to create a trend and set a trend will always fall flat on their face.
जी.
ट्रेंड हमेशा ना पब्लिक आपके लिए क्रिएट करके आपको दे देती है कि यू आर अ ट्रेंड सेटर. यू डोंट गो आउट सेइंग कि आई एम गोइंग टू सेट अ ट्रेंड नाउ, देखो लोग कैसे फॉलो करेंगे. दोस वेंचर्स ऑलवेज फॉल फ्लैट. 90% ऑफ द पीपल वर्ल्ड वाइड ना, दे बिलीव इन फॉलोइंग ट्रेंड्स. कि यार हेयर स्टाइल अभी ये चल रहे हैं, अभी लोगों ने दाढ़ी रखी है, अभी गर्ल्स मिनी स्कर्ट यहाँ तक पहनने वाले हैं, अभी टैटूज का जमाना, एवरीबडी इज डूइंग दैट. अभी ब्रो नहीं ब्रा बोलेंगे, दैट्स द ट्रेंड. दैट्स temporary, you know, that gets over. That's a fad. A trend is like, do you think someone like a Lata Mangeshkar ji or a Sachin Tendulkar or a Mohammad Rafi saab or a Michael Jackson or an Amitabh Bachchan, did they follow trends? They were trendsetters.
Absolutely.
And they never thought they were going to set trends. They were doing what they were doing and people started following their trends. People till date copy the Amitabh Bachchan hairstyle. Absolutely. Did Amitabh Bachchan copy anybody's hairstyle?
Absolutely.
Did Lata Mangeshkar ji ever copy somebody else's singing style? Every person today wants to sing like her, but they can't come. That is the true trendsetter. So to follow a trend, it's very simple. कि यार 3D पिक्चरें चल रही है, चलो 3D में बनाते हैं. सांप की पिक्चरें चल रही है, सांप की बनाओ. आजकल कॉमेडी शोज टीवी पे बहुत चल रहे हैं, तो सारे चैनल्स कॉमेडी शोज करेंगे. चलते सब नहीं है, चलता एक ही है. बट एक वो अभी बहुत ज़रूरी है चैनल के लिए, एक होना चाहिए ना कॉमेडी शो. एक टाइम था काउंटडाउन शोज हर चैनल पे तो होने चाहिए. वो तो एक ट्रेंड हो जाता है. हु इज सेटिंग द ट्रेंड?
Alright, you know, Sajid, many would say that when Sajid Khan writes, when Sajid Khan speaks, even I think on Twitter you are saying a lot of wonderful things which people are reacting to it and people emulating that as well. But at the same time, people would say that when he writes something, when he says something, it seems very nice. But the fact is that he's someone who's also remade a film like a Himmatwala.
Yes.
So that way. So in terms of, then they just turn around and say that when he talks, he's so knowledgeable about both Indian and Hollywood films. But why don't we see that in
those
his,
are two
in his
different
movies?
things. Yeah. Those are two different things. Just because I can taste food well and tell you perhaps what's right and wrong with the dal or the mutton or the chicken or the bread, doesn't mean that I have to go and cook it myself. You know, a good taster necessarily not be a great chef. Of course I made Himmatwala. Of course it was a bad film. And everybody is allowed to make their shares of bad films. I've made bad films. You know, I thought the kind of negativity which Heyy Babyy had got. Heyy Babyy, कुछ कम negative reviews नहीं आए थे. बहुत negative reviews आए थे. अरे बाप रे बाप, बोल भी नहीं सकता. मैं डिप्रेशन में बैठा था. और फाइनली कलेक्शंस आए तो पिक्चर लोगों को अच्छी लगी. सेकंड वीकेंड हमारा बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग था. सेकंड वीक भी अच्छा था. तो लोग हाँ पिक्चर अच्छी है. तब जाके थोड़ी सी वापस ठंडक आई. तो नेगेटिविटी तो बहुत थी. तो it doesn't mean that you have to practice exactly what you are writing, because I'm not a preacher. Normally you practice what you preach. I'm not preaching, I'm just putting down my thoughts in my columns. And I personally feel that a lot of people don't read my columns. I know that everybody does. But in my head when I'm writing it, I think maybe 1,000, 2,000 people will read it and pass it off, you know. But I know for a fact that I get the response from via people that people are reading my columns. But I'm not a columnist, you know. I'm only doing it because it gives me a different sense of freedom to write my thoughts.
An outlet.
Yeah, this is Sajid का हंगामा. मैं लोगों को सिर्फ इतना ही बताना चाहता हूँ कि I don't follow trends. I mean, आज की डेट में लोगों के हेयर स्टाइल इतने अलग है, and I've still gone ahead with the मिथुन चक्रवर्ती hair style of the 80s. See, no sideburns. Two people had this hairstyle. Dada, who I still love, and Jack God. Nobody knows who Jack God was. Jack God was the villain. Who in Judba says, मैं सिंगापुर से आया हूँ. That was Jack God. Passed away, sadly.
Yeah.